Did you put an X mark on certain ballot papers or did you not put it?
Yes, I marked on the defaced.
How many ballot papers did you put an X mark on?
It was around 8, I guess.
Today we are going to discuss a very significant order by the Supreme Court which may or may not have a direct impact on the Lok Sabha elections. But considering that the verdict has sort of come at a time when India Alliance is also facing a lot of problems, the opposition alliance, it may have some sort of a bearing on the outcome of the Lok Sabha elections and the preparations to the Lok Sabha elections as well. The reason it is that Supreme Court, when asked the presiding officer Anil Masih about the outcome of Chandigarh mayoral elections, Masih confessed to having put for the first time X mark on at least 8 ballot papers, which means that those ballots, the papers which were declared invalid, they may not be invalid as of now, because Supreme Court has asked and given a direction to the Chandigarh administration to recount the votes that were cast on that day, that is January 30th, into the Chandigarh mayoral elections, irrespective of the fact that whatever the presiding officer Anil Masih may have put on the papers, they will still be counted towards the results, towards the outcome of that election. What it means is the simple fact that Anil Masih has been held sort of guilty. He has been pronounced guilty in terms of what he did wrong. When Supreme Court CJI was himself asking him the questions, in a very rare occasions he was directly face to face with Anil Masih. He told him that you are today standing in the court and you must be warned. Whatever you may speak will be taken as the truth, so do not mislead us. In fact, CJI, Mr. Chandrachud, was very particular and very unhappy with the way Anil Masih had tried to either mislead the court or misdirect the outcome of this election. So what it means essentially is that the way CJI Chandrachud held on his nerve against the different statements which were coming from Mr. Masih, the presiding officer of that election, he seemed to be very, very, very sharp, and he seemed to have been very ruthless to corner Anil Masih on why he was looking at the camera again and again. He pointedly asked him the questions that why he put cross mark if the election commission rules do not mandate any such marks on the papers where the counting is going on. Why was he putting those cross marks? Was he trying to influence the outcome of the result in one way or the other? Because on that particular day, when the results were out, the results went 13 in AAP's favor, 7 in Congress's favor, and then the BJP had 15 votes, courtesy it's 14 councillors, and then the AAP plus Indi Alliance plus other independents, they counted towards nearly 20. And as a matter of fact, when these 8 votes were turned invalid, that brought a victory to the BJP. Now, what has also happened in the last 5 to 6 days is, before this verdict came, the fact that 3 councillors from Aam Aadmi Party switched from Aam Aadmi Party to the BJP. Poonam Devi, Neha Musawat and Gurcharan Kala, under different reasons cited by them and different pretexts used by them. But the way CJI Chandrachud went after Anil Masih, one after another query, why he looked into the camera, why he put the X marks, how many X marks did he put, and what was the need for him to put the X marks. Anil Masih seemed to be very nervous when he was giving these answers. He did not have much clarity why he did this. He cited the commotion sometimes as the reason. He could not give categorical answers to why he was repeatedly looking into the cameras, and if he was scared that if the CCTVs were capturing him putting the X marks. But the admission today seems to have either influenced the Supreme Court in giving this order that the votes from the present election will be counted again, despite the fact that the Supreme Court also took into consideration the appeal made by the Chandigarh administration through its Solicitor General of India, Tushar Mehta, who appeared on behalf of Chandigarh administration and sought a fresh election. But Supreme Court was not inclined to having the fresh election. It said that let's continue with the same votes, but those 8 votes which were termed invalid by the presiding officer, they must be counted on the exact symbol they were voted for, and they will be counted towards that. So now still the scales seem to be balanced between the BJP and the Congress plus AAP alliance, or the India alliance at fought as. However, the way that CJI Chandrachud picked up on Anil Masih shows that Supreme Court took a strong cognizance of the alleged misbehavior, the unruly behavior, and also maybe to an extent if Anil Masih was trying to influence the outcome of the result with his pen. Of course, it remains to be seen what happens next, whether the Chandigarh administration is going to appeal against this through its Solicitor General, or they are going to just follow the procedure by counting again, and whether those 3 councillors, are there going to be more councillors now who may switch from Aam Aadmi Party or Congress to the BJP. That's about it from us today.